Mr. Cheese,
What's up, G?
Lenny Falcone from Weazel News. How do you think the case is going so far?
Shit. I think the state is
Give me a
fucked.
second.
What?
Could you expand upon that?
I don't know. It just looks like they miss a couple details from the questions that was asked.
Mr. Diaz, as a member of the DOJ and as a private attorney, how do you think the state is currently doing?
I don't have one. I forgot to.
She
But can,
wanted
I'm
one.
just
What do
gonna
I do
freestyle
now?
one in the middle if that's
As
fine.
a member of the DOJ and a
what?
defense attorney, how do you think the state is currently
We'll
doing? How do
keep
you
it
think the case is
snacky
going?
and juiced.
I think JP is fucking slapping them against the wall
Okay, good.
with the
Now
fact
goes
that they're
for the doobie.
doing a shit job.
Can you expand upon why you think they're not doing a good job? And
Man,
remember,
you
this
you
is aired for children.
I mean, you gotta look at the evidence. Nobody's logging anything. People taking things out of evidence lockers, not knowing where they're getting it from.
Mr. Diaz, quiet the fuck down. You're talking too loud.
I'm doing sorry. I was doing an interview. Yeah, so you got all that going there.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, Mr. Diaz, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Mr. Banjo, Lenny Falcone, Weazel News. Would
Yes,
you like to make
I
a
can't hear. It's a
statement?
little bit loud.
Oh, I got you.
Oh,
Lenny
yeah, sure,
Falcone,
man.
Weazel News. Would you like to make a statement before closing argument to me?
Yes.
How do you think the case is going so far?
I like beans. I'm innocent. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Their evidence is fake based on guesswork and assumption, and yeah, they're balding.
How do you,
That's
are
it.
you how do you feel about the issues that your defense has brought up in the case today?
What does that mean, man? I don't know anything about law.
About the fact that lack of keeping track
Oh,
of
I
the
know one
evidence and
thing.
such.
I know one thing. All the shit is fake and made up,
All right,
and
thank
they're
you, Mr. Banjo.
unprofessional. There's so many contradictions, and if there is a small piece of reasonable doubt, then I should not be held to a 50-50 guesswork for the nines looking at walls.
How do you feel about your chances right now?
I don't know, man. That's it. I can't say anything else.
As a member of the judicial team, how do you feel the case is going so far?
I feel that both sides are making fantastic arguments, but Mr. JP is making some extremely valid points.
As a judge, does it concern you about the lack of tracking when it comes to evidence within the police departments?
Yeah, it does. And I think that I'm going to encourage Mr. Habib and the other judges to
hello, gentlemen.
work with
Yes?
work with the DA's
I'm the
office
judge.
to
I'm the judge, man. I'm the judge.
sort of find a way to mainstream it and make it,
I'm the judge. So.
make it better, and keep things tracked so the chain of evidence is not broken.
Is there anything you want to say before they reconvene court?
No, sir.
All right, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You have a great day, Mr. Falcon.
Miss Kelly, do you mind giving a statement to Weazel News?
He's trying to press charges on me.
Sure.
All right, Lenny
It's
Falcone with the
atrocious.
Weazel News
Somebody
here. I've
please
got
arrest Paul.
oh god, I've got Miss
What's
Kelly
wrong
Powers
with
here.
that
How do you
shit?
think the court case went today?
Um,
I'm staying out.
after all of the time, I'm just glad that the court case has ended. At this point, I guess all parties were happy in the final judgments. I'm guessing.
Do you think justice prevailed with the final judgment today?
I'm really not going to comment any further on any of the rulings at this time. I'm
Okay.
just glad that the case is over now.
Over at Weazel News, we've heard that the golf course is now up and running. Is there anything that you wanted to speak on that?
Yeah, we have a lot of great things coming in the future. Everybody just keep their eyes open for that.
All right, thank you, Miss Kelly. Mr.
So
Banjo, how
I
do you feel
am-
about the verdict that was given down today?
Well, I got to eat a little bit beans, so I'm always happy. I love beans. Do you like beans?
Oh, I do, very much so.
Yeah, the deli is a very good place. You have meat slices you put with the beans, is very nice. Also, yes, I'm guilty for impeding traffic, but they racial motivate me. and they say, look, this guy, he got released from fucking prison because fucking time is up. Oh no, we catch him because we dumb, we don't keep paperwork. So now they say I escaped jailbreak or whatever escape. But always remember, if you have two carrots, always put the thicker, shorter one up your ass first.
How do you feel
Remember.
about the terrorism charges being dropped right
Oh, you're
before
gonna
court?
ask me a question?
Oh, yes, sir.
Terrorism. I'm innocent.
How does it feel to have a verdict that most would assume would be in your favor come down today?
What does that mean? In
As
my
in, are
favor,
you
meaning
as in not being convicted of the 12 times attempted murder or the terrorism charges?
why not,
How does
man?
that make
Because
you
I
feel?
didn't do shit, man.
Does it make you feel happy?
I'm always happy, man, even when I'm sad, Because end of day, I miss her and she won't come back, so it's time to move on.
Would you say
Free
that
Banjo.
this gives you trust in the state's Department of Justice to make sure that proper verdicts are
Well,
handed down?
the the DA, they made up a lot of stuff, changed a lot of reports, they fabricated things, but end of day, when you have a good judge who doesn't take sides because he's not mingling all the time with either side, then you can always have a very fair judgment.
All right, I
Well, I
appreciate you,
have
Mr. Payne.
love beans, man. You love beans?
Beans are pretty good, yeah.
Thank you, Weazel News. This is sponsored by beans.com /discount /big booty bitches 64.
As a legal disclaimer, Weasel News must state that we are not, in fact, sponsored by beans.com /discount /bigbootybitches.com.
Big booty bitches 64.com.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully you enjoy your newfound freedom, Mr. Banjo.
I love you.
Would you like to make any statements today about how the court case went?
Sure. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get my good lighting.
Of course. Do you feel that a proper verdict was handed down today by the judge?
I do. Honestly, I believe it was fair. I believe all parties kind of came out on top. I believe he was, charged guilty on things that he actually may have had a part in, and then acquitted of things that he didn't have a part in.
For individuals who may be facing similar situations of receiving charges from the police department, do you have any?
Sorry.
Do you have any? Advice for them?
Honestly, the best advice to give anyone in that situation is to listen to your legal aid. They're the know all in all these situations. So if they don't have anyone representing them, I advise them to get someone to represent them.
All right, I appreciate it. Do you have any other comments that you want to give to Weasel News today?
Other than thank you guys for coming out and documenting today's proceedings. That was amazing of you guys.
Of course, we appreciate it.
All right, you guys have a good day.
You too. How do you feel the court case went today?
I felt like it went good, like in the sense of the way the prosecution and the defense handled it, but in the sense of the police's mishandling of multiple things, including the fact that I had to reach out to Mr. Fuller and tell him to drop multiple charges from the beginning because it didn't make sense. And even JP was there when I told them this. I'm actually a little upset with the police work I'm seeing.
Are there any plans within the DOJ and among the judges to correct these kind of issues?
Oh yes, definitely is. We definitely we've been meeting. We've been setting up a kind of some guidelines for how things should function in the courtroom, as well as we're planning on making for like hot charges max and minimum, so that way we can people don't have to go away forever. Like if they want to plead guilty, they can. But at the same time, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if that's the best idea, is having them even be able to plead guilty with what I've just seen. So, but yeah, the judge is definitely going to meet and discuss a way of making sure the police are following their protocols.
Are you concerned about the lack of paperwork following chain of custody that Mr. JP brought up in the court case today?
I'm very, I myself am lenient with paperwork, but what I don't like is things not being cited in the paperwork, right? Like if you remove something from an evidence locker, you should be putting the evidence locker's number on there, as well as if you're going to take something from someone, you should be citing that you took it from them.
I understand that the DOJ is always looking for newer lawyers. Do you want to comment on how individuals can do so if they want to try to become a lawyer today?
I believe we have an application that you can find on the city email, or you could really just come to me and talk to me and explain to me why you want to be a lawyer, or to any of the judges really, and I'm sure they'd be willing to bring you on or to give you some type of exam that you can pass, and if you pass it, I don't even know if we force you to pass it, but as long as you do it.
All right. Do you have any other comments that you'd like to say to the news cycle today?
Nothing more than the police needs to go back to following their protocols, because right now it's not a good look on the whole city, and especially me as a judge, I like to not look at the evidence until the court case is happening, because I'm not only the judge and I'm the jury, and I don't like going in having any bias already from the evidence I reviewed. And I think they need to make sure the evidence is good, so that way when we get to this point, it's not just shit. It's not just me throwing away all the charges and all this because they failed to do things.
All right. Well, I appreciate it today.
Thank you, Mr. Falcone.
Of course. Have a good day.